Hello students, welcome back. So in this session we'll be discussing the three important terms of complex numbers. That is, you'll get to know what do we mean by a conjugate of a complex number and modulus of a complex number. We shall also discuss some of the examples based on their computation. So let's begin.
Okay, so now we have a very important concept, which is the conjugate of a complex number. So what do we mean by this concept, that is conjugate? Conjugate of a complex number z equal to x plus iy is defined and denoted by z bar is equal to x minus iy. You can see it from here. If you have a simple complex number, that is a plus ib, then what would be its conjugate? If you are required to find out the conjugate of that particular complex number, what you will do is you will just change the sign of the imaginary part. That is, as it was a plus ib, it will now become a minus ib. See, this is denoting that if you have this complex number, its conjugate is a minus ib, and if you are given this complex number, then its conjugate would be a plus ib. That is, you just need to change the sign of the imaginary part. That is it. So hence the conjugate is the mirror image of z about real axis on the Argand plane. What does that mean? Suppose we are given a complex number z equal to x plus iy, right? So this is my distance x, this is my distance y, and so my complex number z equal to x plus iy is this. What would be its conjugate? Its conjugate, as we have discussed, would be z equal to x minus iy, and that would be this number, x minus y, right? So z bar is x minus iy, and this is the mirror image of this complex number z about the real axis. This is the real axis on the Argand plane. So we have certain properties of conjugate that are quite obvious, obviously. See, z plus z bar would become twice of real z. You can even solve out this property. Z, suppose we have x plus iy, then z bar would be x minus iy, and therefore z plus z bar becomes, this gets cancelled and we have 2x, that is twice of real z. So z plus z bar is twice real z. Similarly, z minus z bar is 2 times iota imaginary z. Similarly, if we have this minus x, this will become plus iy. So this is x plus iy. This will get cancelled. So we will get twice iy, that is 2 times iota imaginary z. Though these properties are quite simple. Then we have z bar is x square plus y square, where z is x plus iy. You can solve out this property also. You can take your z to be x plus iy and then try and multiply z into z bar, and you will get it like this. That will become x square plus y square. Now next says, if z lies in the first quadrant, z bar lies in fourth quadrant, and minus of z bar in second quadrant. This we have already seen that z bar, that is the conjugate of z, is the mirror image of z about the real axis on the Argand plane. So if your z lies in the first quadrant, your z bar, that is the conjugate, will lie in the fourth quadrant, like we have seen here, and minus of z bar will lie in the second quadrant. Next is modulus of complex number. In fact, this is the important terminology in case of complex numbers. There are three important terms that are discussed in context of complex numbers, which are, as we have discussed, modulus, and then we'll also be discussing the argument, right? So conjugate, modulus and argument are the three important terms related to complex numbers. So now we have modulus of a complex number. Modulus of a complex number is a distance of the point on the Argand plane representing the complex number z from the origin. If P denotes the complex number z equal to x plus iy, then OP is equal to modulus of z, that is denoted by this, and that is equal to under root of x square plus y square. If you have a complex number z, this is mod z. As we have seen, this is mod z, and mod z is equal to under root of x square plus y square. Just remember this is often used in questions, right? So this is simple modulus. Now we have a question based on modulus. Find the modulus of the following complex numbers. And the complex number given to us is this. So if I take my complex number as we have discussed, if it is z equal to x plus iy, then my modulus is under root of x square plus y square. So in this case, I have my z as this, that is my real part is this is my x, and this along with the sign is y. So if this I take as z, my mod z would be under root of root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2, under root of x square plus under root of y square, which is minus of root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2, this whole square. So this is my modulus of z, which becomes root 3 plus 1 whole square plus root 3 minus 1 whole square upon will get 8. Right, this will become 4 and root 2 square will be 2, so we have 8. So this is equal to, you can solve out, open the brackets, whole squares, and we get, using a plus b whole square is a square plus b square plus 2 root 3 plus a square plus b square minus 2 root 3 divided by 8, and this is in under root. So this becomes 4, this gets cancelled and I have it as 1. So finding the modulus is quite simple. You just need to find out under root of x square plus y square, that is under root of real part square plus imaginary part whole square. Next question says, if the complex number z satisfies z plus mod z is 1 plus 7i, then find the value of mod z whole square. So how will we solve out this question? Again, I assume my z to be some complex number x plus iy, and it is given that z plus mod z is 1 plus 7i. So that would mean x plus iy plus modulus of z is under root of x square plus y square, that would become 1 plus 7i. Now in case of complex numbers, as I have already discussed, what you need to do is you just need to remember one thing, that you'll always equate real parts. Real part would be equal to real part and imaginary part would be equal to imaginary part. That means x plus under root of x square plus y square would be equal to 1, and simultaneously we'll have y would be equal to 7. So let me take this as 1, and this is my second equation. So using 2 in 1, as second equation is giving us the value of y, so we'll be utilizing this value of y in this equation. So this becomes x plus under root of x square plus 49 would be equal to 1. That means my x square plus 49 would become 1 minus x whole square. We'll keep the term in under root sign on one side, and I've taken this x on the other side. Then I'm doing squaring both sides and I get this equation. So this gives me x square plus 49 is a square plus b square minus 2ab. So I have x square gets cancelled, and therefore I take 2x on this side. So I get 2x is minus of 48. That gives me x is minus 24. And what were we required to find? We were required to find out the value of mod z square, right? So my mod z square would be x square plus y square, which would be equal to x value is minus 24. So minus 24 whole square plus 7 square. So this is equal to 625. So this is the required answer. So mod z is simply under root of x square plus y square. I have utilized the given condition. This was my given condition, and we have found out the value of modulus of z square.
So I hope you must have understood the concept of conjugate and modulus of a complex number. So in conjugate, we have seen that if you have a complex number of the form a plus ib and you need to find out the conjugate, you just need to change the sign of the imaginary part. That is, conjugate of the complex number a plus ib would be a minus iota b. In the next session, we will be switching to the third important concept of complex numbers, that is argument of a complex number, and it is an extremely important topic. So stay tuned.